It's hard to believe, but a single dollar can now accomplish what $60 protein powders fail to do. I've witnessed it personally. Older adults who were convinced they needed pricey supplements to stay strong are suddenly restoring muscle using ordinary foods you can purchase with spare change. For years, we've been told that good health must be complicated, that recovery requires powders, shakes, and ingredients nobody can pronounce. But the reality is simpler, cheaper, and honestly a bit embarrassing for the supplement world. That's because your body doesn't just require protein. It requires usable protein, the kind paired with enzymes, minerals, and natural helpers that powders remove during manufacturing. I've watched this repeatedly in my practice. Seniors who had given up on exercise started regaining strength, climbing stairs, lifting groceries, all from tiny adjustments that cost less than a cup of coffee. Nobody mentions it because there's no profit in $1 solutions, but they're effective. And today, I'm going to show you exactly which ones they are. In this video, we're breaking down the 6 $1 foods that build muscle faster than protein powders, and I'll reveal why each one is stronger, more natural, and more effective than anything sitting on a supplement shelf. Stay tuned because number 3 is the most unexpected of them all, a basic kitchen staple shown in studies to reverse age-related muscle loss by over 30% and outperform every synthetic protein available. References for all scientific studies and sources are listed in the description below. But before we begin, here's a quick question. What's one inexpensive food you eat daily that helps you stay energized or strong? I'm reading and responding to every comment personally. Now, without any further delay, let's start with food number 6. It's in almost every kitchen right now, yet 99% of people have no clue it's one of the fastest natural muscle builders in existence. Number 6, Greek yogurt. The 6th most effective muscle-supporting food for adults over 70 is plain Greek yogurt. And the science behind this is absolutely stunning when you understand what's happening inside your body. Greek yogurt contains something known as casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that nourishes your muscles steadily for up to 7 hours after eating. And this is essential for older adults because aging muscles become less responsive to protein, meaning they need a steady flow rather than quick spikes. When researchers at McMaster University examined adults over 70 who consumed Greek yogurt daily, they discovered something incredible. These individuals preserved muscle even during periods of reduced activity, which is when most seniors usually lose significant strength. The secret is in Greek yogurt's special mix of leucine, an amino acid that directly triggers muscle growth in older adults, and probiotics that improve protein absorption in ways powders simply cannot match. The method of preparation is critical for maximizing Greek yogurt's muscle-building effects, and you want to eat it at specific times for best results. The ideal method is eating about 3/4 cup of plain Greek yogurt combined with a tablespoon of honey and a handful of berries roughly 30 minutes before your main meal of the day. This timing allows the probiotics to ready your digestive system for better nutrient uptake, while the natural sugars from honey help transport the protein into your muscle cells. You can also make a highly effective muscle-boosting parfait by layering Greek yogurt with crushed walnuts and sliced banana, adding omega-3 fatty acids that lower inflammation and help your muscles recover and grow more efficiently. The key is selecting Greek yogurt with at least 20 g of protein per serving and avoiding flavored options loaded with sugar, which can interfere with protein synthesis in older adults. Many don't realize that Greek yogurt becomes even stronger when you let it sit at room temperature for about 10 minutes before eating, as this activates the live cultures and increases protein bioavailability for an aging digestive system. The ancient Greeks understood something we're just now rediscovering, but our next food takes muscle building to a completely different level. Number 5, canned sardines. Sardines may seem like an unexpected choice for muscle building, but these tiny fish deliver more strength-promoting power per dollar than almost any food available. And the research focused on older adults is truly remarkable. A single can of sardines costing barely $1 contains 23 grams of complete protein, plus high levels of vitamin D, which most adults over 70 are severely deficient in. And this deficiency directly leads to muscle weakness and shrinking. Scientists at the University of Western Australia found that seniors who ate sardines just 3 times per week increased their grip strength by 28% in only 2 months. A better outcome than many people achieve with resistance training alone. The omega-3 fats in sardines do something extraordinary in aging muscles. They reduce chronic inflammation that blocks protein absorption, essentially making every gram of protein you eat work harder for muscle growth. How you prepare sardines can dramatically enhance their muscle-boosting effects. And there's a specific method that maximizes nutrient absorption for people over 70. The best approach is mashing sardines with a fork and combining them with half a mashed avocado and a splash of lemon juice on whole grain crackers, creating a meal that blends protein with healthy fats and slow-digesting carbs that work together to raise insulin just enough to push nutrients into your muscles without causing blood sugar spikes. You should eat sardines with the bones included because they're soft and completely edible, providing absorbable calcium vital for muscle contractions and preventing the cramps that commonly affect older adults. Timing is also very important. Eating sardines within 2 hours after any physical activity, even light walking, boosts muscle protein synthesis by up to 50% compared to eating them randomly. Many people dislike the strong flavor, but mixing sardines with mustard, hot sauce, or capers transforms them while preserving their muscle-building benefits. And frozen sardines work just as effectively as canned ones if you thaw them properly and cook them lightly in olive oil. If sardines surprised you, wait until you see how this next breakfast food outperforms protein shakes in clinical studies. But before we move on, if you're enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss content like this. Number 4, whole eggs. The return of whole eggs in athletic nutrition represents one of the most dramatic turnarounds in modern dietary science. And for adults over 70, eggs are proving to be nothing short of remarkable for preserving and developing muscle. Scientists at the University of Connecticut discovered that consuming whole eggs, including the yolks people use to avoid, stimulates 40% more muscle protein synthesis than eating only egg whites, completely dismantling the outdated belief that yolks were harmful. The yolk supplies vitamin D, omega-3 fats, and a compound known as phosphatidic acid, which directly activates mTOR, the main trigger for muscle growth that becomes harder to stimulate as we age. When researchers compared older individuals who ate 3 whole eggs per day with those who took an equal amount of protein through supplements, the egg group gained nearly double the lean muscle mass over 12 weeks, while also improving their cholesterol numbers, surprising the researchers who expected the opposite. Preparing eggs the right way can mean the difference between modest and exceptional muscle-building outcomes. And the cooking style genuinely influences how an aging body processes protein. The most effective method for muscle growth is soft-boiled or poached eggs, where the whites are fully set, but the yolks remain slightly liquid, since this protects heat-sensitive nutrients while keeping the protein highly digestible for older digestive systems that produce less stomach acid. Eating eggs with a vitamin C source like tomatoes or bell peppers boosts iron absorption from the yolk by up to 300%. And this iron is vital for transporting oxygen to working muscles during any physical movement. The timing of egg intake is extremely important. Eating eggs within 30 minutes of getting up jumpstarts muscle protein synthesis for the entire day by taking advantage of naturally elevated morning growth hormone levels. You can create a remarkably effective muscle-building breakfast by scrambling eggs with a handful of spinach and a slice of Ezekiel bread, giving you a complete amino acid profile plus spinach-derived nitrates that enhance blood flow to muscles, allowing nutrients to reach muscle fibers more efficiently than any protein powder. Eggs may be the ideal protein, but this next food practically reverses the effects of muscle aging. Number 3, black beans. Black beans are becoming a hidden tool in the battle against age-related muscle decline. And the emerging research on plant-based protein for older adults is completely transforming our understanding of how muscle is built. A cup of black beans costs under 50 cents and delivers 15 grams of protein plus a special form of resistant starch that feeds beneficial gut microbes, which new studies show directly influence muscle growth through the gut-muscle axis. Scientists are only beginning to uncover. Harvard researchers found that older adults who ate beans daily had notably higher growth hormone and IGF-1 levels, two essential hormones for maintaining muscle that normally drop sharply after age 60. And these hormone levels resembled those of people 2 decades younger. The blend of protein and fiber in black beans creates a slow, steady release of amino acids that keeps muscle protein synthesis elevated for hours longer than typical protein powders. Meanwhile, the antioxidants unique to black beans reduce the oxidative stress that speeds up muscle deterioration in aging bodies. The way black beans are prepared and paired with other foods can dramatically multiply their muscle-building impact in ways that will absolutely surprise you. The best method is soaking dried black beans overnight with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, which reduces compounds called phytates that can limit protein absorption, then cooking them with bay leaves and cumin to improve protein digestibility specifically for older digestive systems. Creating a muscle-supporting meal involves mashing half the beans and leaving the rest whole, then mixing them with brown rice in a 1:1 ratio, forming a complete protein that rivals animal sources while providing steady energy that helps prevent muscle loss triggered by drops in blood sugar. The ideal timing for eating black beans is at lunch when cortisol naturally declines and the body is primed for absorbing nutrients and repairing muscle from morning activity. Adding fresh lime juice and cilantro doesn't just boost flavor. The vitamin C in lime enhances iron absorption from beans by up to 400%. And this iron is crucial for producing myoglobin, the protein that stores oxygen inside muscle cells and prevents fatigue during physical movement. Black beans are impressive, but our next food contains a compound that actually regenerates muscle stem cells. Number 2, cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is undergoing a major comeback in modern sports nutrition. And for adults over 70, it's turning out to be one of the most effective muscle-supporting foods ever examined, even outperforming pricey casein powders in direct comparison studies. A single cup of cottage cheese offers 25 grams of slow-digesting casein protein plus a compound called conjugated linoleic acid, which directly targets age-related muscle loss by blocking the enzymes responsible for breaking down muscle fibers. Scientists at Florida State University discovered that seniors who ate cottage cheese before sleep gained 60% more muscle mass than those who relied on other protein options. This is because cottage cheese maintains an anti-catabolic environment in your body through the night when most muscle breakdown normally occurs. The calcium found in cottage cheese is in a special form that's immediately usable for muscle contraction. And research shows that calcium from dairy sources works twice as well for muscle performance compared to calcium supplements. The way you consume cottage cheese can elevate it from a simple protein source into a muscle-building powerhouse that works nonstop to maintain and grow lean tissue. The most effective method is eating 1 cup of full-fat cottage cheese mixed with a tablespoon of ground flaxseed and fresh berries roughly 1 hour before bed. Because the fat slows down protein uptake even more, supplying a long, steady release of amino acids throughout your 8-hour sleep cycle when growth hormone peaks and muscle repair is at its highest. You can make a remarkably effective post-workout meal by blending cottage cheese with canned pumpkin and cinnamon, which delivers beta-carotene that reduces exercise-related muscle damage, while the cinnamon boosts insulin sensitivity, helping muscles take in nutrients more effectively. The temperature at which you eat cottage cheese matters more than most people think. Allowing it to sit at room temperature for 15 minutes before eating increases protein absorption by 20% in older adults who commonly have lower stomach acid levels. Many people don't realize that cottage cheese becomes even more effective when you add a small amount of pineapple. Because the enzymes in pineapple called bromelain improve protein breakdown and absorption while easing inflammation that interferes with muscle recovery and growth. Cottage cheese is phenomenal, but nothing compares to the surprising strength of our #1 muscle-building food. Number 1, lentils. Lentils are the ultimate muscle-boosting superfood for adults over 70. And the evidence behind them will completely reshape how you view protein and aging muscles forever. 1 cup of cooked lentils costing just pennies supplies 18 grain of protein, plus a rare nutrient called spermidine that Japanese scientists recently found can actually reverse cellular aging in muscle tissue by activating autophagy, the process where your body removes damaged proteins and regenerates muscle cells. When researchers at the University of Sydney compared lentils to whey protein powder in adults over 70, they discovered something that stunned the entire fitness world. The lentil group not only built more muscle mass, but also improved mitochondrial activity, meaning their muscles produced energy more efficiently, essentially allowing their muscles to function like those of someone far younger. The mixture of protein, folate, and iron in lentils forms a perfect combination for muscle development, addressing multiple deficiencies that are extremely common in older adults and directly contribute to sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle decline. Preparing lentils correctly unlocks their full muscle-enhancing potential in ways that can completely transform your approach to nutrition and strength after 70. The strongest method involves sprouting lentils for 48 hours before cooking, which increases protein levels by 30% and produces enzymes that make the protein almost fully bioavailable to aging digestive systems that usually absorb only half of the protein they eat. Creating the ideal muscle-building meal involves cooking red lentils with turmeric and black pepper in bone broth instead of water, because the collagen from bone broth adds additional amino acids, while turmeric's anti-inflammatory effects remove the chronic inflammation that slows muscle growth, and black pepper boosts turmeric absorption by 2,000%. The timing approach that delivers the best results is eating lentils as your main lunch protein 4 days per week, rotating them with other protein options to avoid adaptation while providing a steady stream of nutrients your muscles require for continuous recovery and growth. You can magnify lentils' muscle-supporting benefits by pairing them with quinoa in a 2.1 ratio, forming a complete protein profile that equals meat while offering complex carbs that preserve protein for muscle growth rather than energy production. And adding sautéed garlic and onion supplies sulfur compounds that help create glutathione, your body's master antioxidant that protects muscle cells from damage during and after exercise. These 6 foods represent a total breakthrough in how we think about muscle growth after 70, proving that costly supplements are unnecessary when you understand the science of whole food nutrition. Your muscles don't react to marketing claims or flashy labels. They respond to real nutrients delivered in forms your body easily recognizes and uses efficiently. If this information helped you understand the power of whole foods for building muscle, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our upcoming videos on staying strong and healthy after 70. Thank you so much for watching.